Alright, part 3 of the Surron build. Thanks for watching along. I've been getting heaps of comments from you guys, it's awesome. So today we are going to be taking off the swing arm so I can get this drive bolt off. I need to take this bolt off here, which disconnects the rear suspension to the swing arm. And then I need to take this main shaft out that goes all the way through, I believe. Goes all the way through the jack shaft there. And then I need to take off a bit of slack here so then I can just slide the belt off. As you can see, the belt's actually not too bad. It's still got all its teeth, but I just don't like the look of it. Yeah, I don't know how long it's been on there. I just want to put a brand new one on there. So yeah, we'll get into that. So I gave up yesterday on trying to get this bolt out. It's stuck in there real good. I don't know why it just won't come out. I was using a screwdriver and a hammer to try and get it out, so I think I just need a proper tool. I'm not sure exactly what I need, just like a thick rod or something like that I can bash it from the other side. Yeah, it just won't come out, so yeah, I'll get it out eventually. So I finally managed to get it out. She's a bit bent. Yeah, I had to hit on it pretty hard. So I guess I'll buy another one of these. Wondering if maybe it was already bent. That's maybe why it was so hard to get out. So I was looking online, and apparently it's pretty common to bend these things if you're jumping the Surrons with the stock bolt or axle. So I think that's what's happened. I think someone's done a jump on it too big for what this can handle, and it's bent it. And also the bearing, two of the bearings actually at the front of the jack shaft have just fallen out of here. This is what they look like. They've just fallen to pieces. So yeah, the balls are everywhere, and yeah, they're just shattered. So I'm looking at seeing if I can get a bearing replacement kit. It's looking like I may as well just buy a whole new jack shaft because they're about $200. So, and I think the bearing kit for an upgraded bearing kit is about $130. So may as well just buy a whole new jack shaft at this point, and a titanium pivot shaft. That's what they call it, a pivot shaft. Yeah, get a titanium one of them, so if I do decide to jump this bike in the future, which I might do, I might end up taking it to the track one day, just sending it on some MX jumps. Yeah, I'll need all of this upgraded, especially this, because I don't want that to ever happen again. So it's actually a really good thing that I pulled this off and decided to replace the belt. So you can see, yeah, the belt does have all its teeth, but it's pretty cracked and hammered on top. Yeah, you see cracks all through it. So I decided to just get these cheaper bearings and rebuild the shaft. Yeah, rather than buy a whole new jack shaft, I decided to just do this. So I was going to go with the SKF bearings. That's what Prickly Motorsport sells. But yeah, they're about $20 each for a bearing, so super expensive. I just went down to my local engineering shop and $7 each I got these NSK bearings, and apparently they are more than strong enough for the application that it's going on. So yeah, $28 and we'll rebuild this jack shaft. Yesterday my cousin came around and he's a mechanical fitter, and he managed to whack out the old bearings for me. So yeah, we got those out, and then using this mechanism here, this is what he showed me. So basically you have a long bolt that runs through here, then you have a few large washers sitting on that side, you have a socket that perfectly hits the outside casing of the bearing, and then yeah, put a few more washers on and a nut, and you hold this side with a socket and then you crank on this side and it pushes the bearings in. So using this system, managed to get 4 new bearings in there. So as you can see, we got some brand new bearings in there, looking really good. And some brand new ones in that side. That's got the seal in it, so you can't really see the bearings, but yeah, she's mint. So I found out that the bearings in here are just absolutely munted in the swing arm, so I want to replace these too. Only problem is we need a heat gun to be able to expand the housing, and then you can just whack them out with a flathead screwdriver and then press them in using the exact same system that we used with the shaft there. So yeah, I don't have a heat gun, so I'm gonna have to take it into work. Hopefully if I talk to them nicely, they'll do it for me. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So everything's ready to go back together. I've got a belt here as well. I bought this from just the engineering shop. It's like $35. ProFlex. I've never heard of that brand before, but they said it was good quality, so yeah, that should do the trick good. Another little thing I found is you don't have to spend $50 to replace this axle shaft, or $150 to get a titanium one. I got a 230mm bolt here, M10 by 230mm. The only difference is that the thread's a little bit longer, so I have to cut the thread. But it's high tensile, grade 8.8, so it's miles stronger than the original shaft that came with the bike. So yeah, this should never bend. So that's mint. Only thing I'm waiting for is the bushes. I've completely lost the bushes. I don't know where they are. I've searched everywhere. I've looked under this couch, looked everywhere on the balcony. Yeah, I just don't know where they are. So I think I may have thrown them out when I chucked out the old bearings that came out all munted. Yeah, so I had to buy more of them, and I could only find them overseas. I couldn't find anywhere over here in Australia that sells just the bushings for that go into the jack shaft. Yeah, they go in between the jack shaft and the swing arm, sort of. I'll put it in there. Yeah, they sit in here and in the inside of the swing arm there. I need those before I can put it back together. But otherwise it's all done, and yeah, it should be like a new bike again. In the next video I should have the battery back, and yeah, we'll be almost there, almost ready for the first ride.